Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you guys for listening to my stream. This particular story has been going on and been circulated through YouTube a lot, and I'm glad that people are talking about this because it's very important. We're here to talk about those individuals that you just saw on my screen, these two little boys, and we don't know where they are or why they're missing, which is two very important questions. Where and why? Okay? And it's disturbing for a lot of reasons. So I'm going to tell you guys this, and I'm going to forewarn you that I'm probably going to say some things that are not going to sit well with your sensibilities, especially if you live in California. So if y'all live in California, if you are listening to this stream, I need y'all to come to the front of the congregation, come on up, and I need y'all to take this L. California takes an L today because this was senseless, it's stupid, and usually if I call something stupid, it's usually because it's avoidable. How these boys got lost is avoidable, and let me tell you guys a story, then I'll give you my opinion. Here we go. A hunt is underway for two brothers who went missing after playing in their backyard, the backyard in their home, as their adoptive parents are quizzed and their home in California is being searched currently by the FBI. Now, y'all know that's pretty serious, okay? These two boys, one of them's name is Orson, and the other one's name is Oren. Orson is 3 years old, and Oren West is 4 years old, and they were reported missing after playing outside their home in the 10,700 block of Aspen Avenue in California City on Monday. Parents of 6, let me see if I can get their face up on the screen. I think this is them. Parents of 6, Trezol, Trezol, and Jacqueline West, who fostered the brothers in 2018 and adopted them the year after, have been questioned by police and federal agents. Again, this is Trezol and Jacqueline West. Bookmark that. We'll come back to it. They're currently being questioned by federal agents. Officers also searched their home on Tuesday, and they left with some bags of evidence while their vehicle was towed. That's really, really serious. So they took items out of their house and took one of their vehicles. Mrs. West reportedly told the boys to go outside and play with their father after she was busy wrapping Christmas presents. The boys were reported missing around 8 p.m. on Monday. Their father revealed how he was gathering wood to start a fire because of the cold weather. I open up the back gate. I'm throwing wood, bringing it inside the house. My wife is inside. She was actually wrapping gifts, so we thought it'd be a good idea that our youngest two go outside and play with chalk on the back patio. Now that sounds innocent enough so far, right? Right? One is wrapping up presents, one is chopping up firewood. Kids go play, you're in the backyard, you're at home. Sounds pretty normal so far, right? Okay, let's keep going. The father revealed how he panicked and came inside the house before he called the police. Let me read that again. The father revealed how he panicked and came inside the house before he called police. Resident Jennifer Wood told the publication how around 100 people came out to search for the toddlers and started to knock on doors while helicopters came out. California City Police, along with the FBI and the Kern County Sheriff's Office, have been investigating the boys' disappearance. Meanwhile, California City Police have not confirmed if any arrests have been made. But here's the catch. I'm going to let y'all listen to the videos of their interviews, because there's a couple of interviews that are going to be sprinkled in here. I want y'all to hear all of this. So that's what we're going to talk about, what we believe actually happened. Let me give you guys the fair usage. Let's get it. federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Foul play. Foul play. Ooh, sorry about that. My bad. All right, here we go.
Further, we want to give our illustrious mayor an opportunity to say a few words, whatever is on her heart at this moment.
Thank you. I just am grateful that everybody is coming out together. I think what we're experiencing is, especially as parents, as mothers, as fathers, you know, this, as Pastor said, this could be our child. And it's really heartwarming to see that we're all coming out here together to pray together for the return of these two little babies. And I just want to thank our community for coming together. And let's go from here. And I know we're all waiting to hear news. I'm not hearing anything more than what you are.
Guys, don't forget to click that thumbs up, guys. We need 400 thumbs up, okay? Click that thumbs up. Help us out. Share the story. Let's get it.
And I know sometimes when there's an absence of news, it gets filled in with rumors. So please, let's try to let the police do their job. And they're working as hard as they can. The FBI is involved. So I'm just grateful that everyone's here, that we can pray together, and just know that the city is there. We're trying to do everything we can as well.
Well, Alex, I can tell you this, speaking to the adoptive parents was incredibly telling, as for the first time since the kids went missing, they're telling us exactly what happened from their perspective. Now, it's also important to mention that the community here, a lot of neighbors told me that the parents have been virtually absent from all search efforts, raising a lot of concern out here in California City.
Does that sound familiar? Let me rewind this story and let me let y'all hear what Bay Yang Wang, Mr. Wang, let's listen to what he has to say again about how the adopted parents have been absent from helping search for the kids. And they actually have an excuse. But let me let y'all hear this again.
Well, Alex, I can tell you this, speaking to the adoptive parents was incredibly telling, as for the first time since the kids went missing, they're telling us exactly what happened from their perspective. Now, it's also important to mention that the community here, a lot of neighbors told me that the parents have been virtually absent from all search efforts, raising a lot of concern out here in California City. But the adoptive parents told me that's because they've been busy with the police investigation, and that police told them that they don't need to be out there searching because there's already an adequate amount of people doing so.
I came in the house.
ESD is absolutely right. Adoptive, absent. Adoptive, absent. Put those two words in the back of your brain. Let's hear what they have to say.
That they don't need to be out there searching because there's already an adequate amount of people doing so.
I came in the house, I saw them there, I went in the house, I came back out, I didn't see them now.
Trezell West details the moment his two adopted boys, 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Oren, went missing Monday night from their California City home. Moments before, West says he was gathering wood to start a fire.
I went up to that gate, I'm throwing wood, bringing it inside the house. My wife's inside, she was actually wrapping gifts, so we...
Somebody actually, and I'm sorry I cut it off. I don't mean to pause it. I'm sorry. But I did a little bit of studying on body language. How many of you guys know, if you know body language, what this means? What does this body language mean? If you don't know, look up folded arms, body language, definition. I want y'all to notice crossed arms. Let's back it up.
The back patio.
Shortly after, West says he no longer saw the boys on the patio. He asked his wife, Jacqueline, if she saw them. She said no. That's when he says panic set in.
I realized that I left the gate open and I panicked, came inside the house, searched the house, me and my wife. Once that didn't pan out, I got in the van, I looked down the street, most directions. It was getting dark, getting cold.
West said he then called the police within minutes. Since then, California City Police, the FBI, and the Kern County Sheriff's Office have been investigating. Police searched the couple's home Tuesday night, then interviewed the couple at police headquarters. Meantime, multiple search efforts were launched, which continued Wednesday, including with the help of the boys' biological mother, Ryan Dean. She says she's worked hard to get her life on track and wanted to get custody of her boys back eventually. But now she thinks that will never happen and is blaming the adoptive parents.
They did something. I feel like they did something and they...
This is the biological mom. Oh, man. I forgot about this part. Guys, y'all are going to hear from the biological mother. And I want y'all to remember those two words, adoptive, absent. Adoptive, absent. This is the biological mother who was not in custody of those children. Let's listen to what she has to say. I'm sure this is going to be interesting.
I feel like they did something and they know something. They did something and I feel my kids is somewhere around here. I can feel it. And I feel like they're in the house, and I feel like they did something.
Trezell and Jacqueline say they understand the frustration.
He thinks you guys did something.
And that's understandable.
What's your response to that?
That's understandable. I would think the same thing.
Yep.
I mean, that's exactly the point. And if we can find our babies, then guess what? That's no. And that's all I want is to find our babies. That's it.
Some residents and family members of the boys would also get involved during the interview.
Y'all was supposed to take care of my nephew.
But the West are standing firm as the search efforts continue.
We're going through it. It's difficult.
Did y'all see the family members out there? I'm sorry, guys. I'm about to start slinging mud here in a minute. Look at the family members out there. Let me ask y'all this. Why were the children in foster care to begin with? And if those family members care so much, why didn't the family members take custody of the kids? Interesting how that selective outrage work, ain't it?
What? That's no. And that's all I want is to find our babies. That's it.
Some residents and family members of the boys would also get involved during the interview.
Y'all was supposed to take care of my nephew.
But the West are standing firm as the search efforts continue.
We're going through it. It's difficult. I mean, everybody's making their own their own conclusions. They don't know anything. We're not sure like everything. We're not sure. We said what we knew.
And now back out here live, I should say that the tension in this community is just raising by the minute. Right now, it seems like there's some kind of makeshift memorial candles and balloons here on the east side of me, as if something they know has already happened to these kids. Now, I should also mention that the California City Police and various agencies were back out here on the scene again today, and their focus was on that backyard area where the parents said that's where their kids were last seen. Some of the witnesses out here, some of the neighbors told me that a couple hours after our interview with the parents, they saw them leave with authorities again. We reached out to the California City Police Department. We asked them, hey, has there been any arrests made? Have the parents been detained? They said they could not confirm that. We're live in California City. Bayan Wang, 23 ABC, connecting you.
Ooh,
Good evening.
I smell something. Ooh. Y'all smell something? Smell like bullshit. Ooh, wait. Just funking up the room. My goodness. Woo. I don't know if, can y'all smell that through the screen? How many of y'all believe this? This is stinking to high hell. Come on, man. Come on.
And thank you for joining us tonight for 23 ABC News at 11. I'm Alex Bell in for Jessica Harrington. The search continues for 2 missing toddlers from California City who were reported missing on Monday night. And now the FBI is involved in the search as well as the Kern County Sheriff's Office. 3- and 4-year-olds Oren and Orson West were reported missing around 5 p.m. yesterday. And a search warrant was served at their foster parents' house today in Cal City. And the foster parents are still at police headquarters answering questions. Cal City police say the parents are being cooperative and law enforcement is not giving up on finding the toddlers. Police also say investigators are doing forensic exams on some of the items that were taken out of the home today.
They took items out the home. They're searching their backyard. They're digging up ground. They're doing a whole bunch of stuff. And they took one of the foster parents' vehicles. Don't forget, y'all, click that thumbs up. More people need to hear this. We need to be at 400 thumbs up. We got more than enough people here to get it, okay? More than enough people to get there. So click that thumbs up. Don't forget. Share this story. Let other people know that we're live. Very simple thing to do. I think this story stinks to high hell.
A search team gathered near the home today and spent hours looking for the kids, and the community says that they are scared, confused, and angry. And so is the biological mother of the boys, Ryan Dean.
They've been missing since 5 p.m. yesterday, which is, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Dean says that imagining her boys are gone is a nightmare. She says that she misses them every day and is heartbroken that she isn't in their lives. Dean hopes her children are okay and that she will be able to soon see them again.
If they find my kids, can they just give them back to me?
Here's my thing, and I don't know how many of y'all actually feel sorry for the mother, and I don't mean to kick a person while they down, but you know what? Sometimes there's a good reason to kick a person while they down. Let me explain. Let me explain before you get mad. This mother lost custody of her children for a reason. There's a reason why they took those kids out of her custody. Because y'all know in America, it is very, very hard for a mother to lose custody of her natural children, right? Very, very hard. So if she went above and beyond to the point to lose her kids, why would we ever feel sorry for her because somebody else wasn't able to give the kids what she should have been given the kids? Is that fair for me to say that? I think that's pretty fair. The mom should have been the one caring and taking care of these kids. So if you ask me, if the biological parents, biological mother and biological father lose those children, lose custody, or whatever happens, if they get taken out of their custody or whatever happens, then you've already failed the children. We're just hoping that the next place that they go, that they can grow up and become something great. And that's a big ass hope, because most people, and I'm sorry to say this, the foster system is not set up with a bunch of loving, caring, healing and feeling parents out there. It's just not. A lot of these people are only taking these children for the benefits, that they can collect from these kids. Hashtag babies for benefits. Yes. Keep in mind, the foster parents, they said in the story, had 6 adopted kids. 6. Let me make sure. I want to read that correctly. Let me go back. Let me make sure I'm not lying. Let me make sure. Parents of 6. So it sounds like a mixture of kids. Parents of 6. 6 kids.
Whatever I have to do to work on it, to get them. I have a home, I have a car, I have a job, I have money. It's nothing to provide for them. No,
it is something, and apparently your ass didn't have it to provide for them to begin with, which is how you are where you are right now. I hate when they say that.
To work on it, to get them. I have a home, I have a car, I have a job, I have money. It's nothing to provide for them. I come from a good background, as you can see, and I don't understand. I just want my babies. If they find them, just give them back to.
I come from a good background, as you can see. Let's think about this for a moment. Ma'am, you have 2 kids that you lost custody of, and I'm assuming that those things that you named, like car, house, job, and all of those things, might have been a reason. You said, yeah, it said working on it. What? Shouldn't you be working on it before you have children? Shout out to my daughter's mama, because me and her had a job, had insurance, had health care, had a car, had a place to stay, had clothes, had food, had everything we needed to take care of my daughter before she got here. Before, not during and not after, before. That's what responsible parents should do. Not get pregnant and then hope for a baby shower and then we'll figure it out. That's not, man. Look, let me just play the video. Sorry. Let me play the video. Damn it, man.
Me, please. That's all I want. If they just find them, I just want my kids back to me. Whatever they want me to do, I'll do it again for my kids. I just hope they're okay.
23ABC did speak to the biological fathers of the 2 missing toddlers, who declined interviews and wished to keep their names private. If you have any information regarding this case, Cal City Police are asking that you call 760-373-8606.
My closing thoughts about this story is something that is not going to sit well with your sensibilities, and it's probably going to hurt for a lot of people. Let me say this. Those boys, they're not going to find them alive. I'm saying 75%, 25% chance they'll find them, 75% chance that those 2 idiots that y'all see on my screen, because their body language is all wrong, their story is all wrong, and how many kids, why they had all these kids, all of this stuff just doesn't match up. It doesn't seem right. Something's very wrong. And I could end up being very wrong about this, but I just believe because of their weird story, it's going to end up being like Malia Davis out of Houston, Texas. It's going to end up being like so many other stories that we've done where they end up finding bodies or finding pieces of bodies. I'm afraid that's the unfortunate thing about this. And that's why it's so diligent as biological mothers and biological fathers for us to be everything that these children need. Because if you are failing your children as parents to the point to where the state steps in and takes custody of your kids, and then not even to the point of saying, well, they're just in the foster care system, they're just with what do they call that, foster parents? They were with these people for so long that they got adopted. And I'm going to tell you, I've been around the foster system long enough, seen the system long enough to know that if your kids get adopted and you don't come get them before that point, you didn't want to get them kids back. So I'm going to just tell y'all that about the biological mom. Now, as far as these adopted parents, I don't really think they cared about these kids that much. They had 6 children in total in their possession. That's a lot for anybody to deal with. And I just don't think that they would care about these children as much as they would care about their own flesh and blood, which is why it's a very dangerous thing for people not to take care of their own children. So in my opinion, I think what's going to happen is the FBI is going to give us an update, give us some search results. They're going to say they either found something in those bags, found something in that car, found something they were digging for. But I honestly don't think that we'll ever get a accurate story from the adopted parents. And that's just the reality of it. So again, my opinion is that they're probably not going to find these kids, because if they were, they would have been able to find them through them. And I don't think they look like, with that body language, while the woman's over there rocking and self-soothing herself, and the adoptive father got his hands crossed, blocking energy, not being receptive with this body language, I don't think they're going to tell us what really happened. I don't think these kids just wandered off and some space alien just captured them. I think these children were used for the benefits that they could collect from these kids. I don't know whether they were sold off. I don't know whether they were murdered. We don't know. And I don't think that we're going to get an accurate answer. And that's just where I'm at with it until we find out otherwise. If I have to make a retraction for my opinion, then I'll do that when we get to that point. But I think we've seen enough of this bull crap, and this story just don't make any sense. If y'all think this story stinks too, then post your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this story, and hopefully we'll be able to present you a positive outcome, but the likelihood is very low. Okay, excuse me, tried to hold it in. This is your boy DJ Just Jay. We are the AFC, where we advocate for children first. And like I said, we advocate for children first. These children should have first been protected by biological mother, biological father. They were failed at that point. They ended up in the system. That system delivered them to these parents. And a lot of times, like I say, things can go awry really, really quickly. And that's exactly what happened. It's a damn shame that this mom ain't seen them kids since 2018. Talk about she cares for those kids. She does not. Not in my opinion. All right. But follow our channel, subscribe if you haven't already. Please click that thumbs up and continue to share these stories. Get these babies' voices heard. We believe these babies need a voice, and we hope that we find these precious souls, okay? From my heart to yours, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening with an open mind and an open heart. Guys, have a great evening. Have a great day. We'll see you guys on the next stream. Peace.